Hey, red 5-2, out here.
Wentz now on first down. This one complete to Sproles. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal. And the Eagles with blitz coming, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
53's the mark. 53, check. Hey, Delta. You can't block me. You can't block me. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 49, check 49. Check 49. Back. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Yep.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. This is caught. 11 yards there, first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the back.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
I got you. Let's go. Great.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Trubisky taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up. 58, right over there.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Nigel Bradham brings them down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check 53 is mine. Three bucks.
They run it with Balazs. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Trubisky. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And the Bears first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Bravo!
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Toss play to Balaj. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Great 15, great 15. Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
First and 10.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Just like that. Hey, Alpha. 58 to Mike, 58. Too little, Cap. Kill.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Trubisky. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. It's 74, 74. I'm bringing it to you. Look at that.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Hey, Haywood!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Sunday. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, wahoo! 58's the money. 58's the money. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 43.
Trubisky will throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Trubisky. This is White on the screen. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Let's 5-7. What's up?
Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's good for the Eagles.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. 81. What's up?
Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. 2 Jet.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Check 52. 36.
Balaj. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Greystone travel. 82, 82.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Watch the pass. This 5-7. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Go, go. Hey, Zoo.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Tighten down.
Now Wentz. And his man on the outside. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
We got motion. Back up, back up. 58 to Mike, 58. 53, 57.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here, backman. 120. Right there. You gonna get this, boy? 57. 57. You think you gonna get this? Check 31. Check 31. Watch the ship. 6-6. Pull it high. Watch the ship. Whip.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Elliott now to add the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time to see if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, they'll run with White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, check.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz, Jeffrey with a catch left side. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From midfield, here's Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Into the red zone. Wentz being chased out left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
46 down, man, 5-4. 58. Hey, echo.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Bandit. 58's to Mike.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch 18. Safety's creeping. Go.
Throwing now is Trubisky. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Alert. Mike 42. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Hey, high 7.
Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, watch it. Hey, 18. Check 26.
Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. Hold the blood. Hold. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. Blue. You can't block me. Hey, alert. He's coming, double up. Lock in.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Sproles. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
2nd and 4.
There we go, Pac-Man. 180! Coming, baby. Woo! Hey, Rip 5-2, out here. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Not here. 58. Where's this? Hey, orbit. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Go. Waiting.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's get it. Here we go, Pac-Man. Eat. Hey, watch the legs. 5'9". Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, seam 6. Here we go. Hey, kill. Mike 55. Mike 5. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
On play action, it's Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Another run with Sanders. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Eddie Vanderdoes there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
55 is mine, guys, 55. Here it comes, here it comes. Hey, Delta. Mike 55, Mike 55. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. 57, 57. Watch 55. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's set. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one and to finish it on a defensive touchdown.